Welcome to the month of October. Everybody always asks what inspires me. I get really inspired by a lot of European design. We're going to create some floral art today and install it in the middle of the park. Stay tuned to see the end result. So today I picked a really unique vessel. It's called the Timber Vase from Accent Decor. It's actually made of cork with a glass lining on the inside. We've already pre-prepared it with wet foam, packed inside all the way down to the bottom because we're going to insert our stems really deep down for a water source. What stems, do you ask? Well, of course, Awesome Blossoms from Mayesh. These gorgeous sunflowers. This orange colored cestrum. We're going to work in some sedum, as well as poppy pods, scabiosa pods, and we're going to give this aspidistra leaf a little bit of a twist. So we're ready to get started with our sunflowers first. We're going to start with our largest vessel, and what we're going to create is a phoenix design, which is where your floral elements are thrust right from the center of your vessel. So we're simply going to cut our sunflowers, insert them deep down into the great water source. If you have these extra leaves, you might want to pull them off just because you want it to have that visual impact where you see the color at the top. I'm going to insert another here. And it's all right if they vary in heights. I just simply want to make sure that all directions have a sunflower faced in that area. You can always come back in and add a few more if you want to, but we're going to keep the collar area open because that's where we're going to insert our aspidistra leaves a little bit later. Once we've gotten a great shape to our tallest timber vase, now we're going to move to our middle size. And in this one, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're just simply going to use the cestrum. This has the milky substance, almost like poinsettias do. So just be careful when you're pulling off these extra leaves. Creating a mess. Of course, you know you have fun when you create a mess. But we're just going to start to insert these in the same way that we just did our sunflowers. This is quite an interesting flower here in the South. I haven't ever used this. So when I got this in from Mayesh as one of their Awesome Blossom flowers, it was very exciting to be able to use it for the first time. And I think that's about the perfect amount. So now we're going to slide that over. We're going to take our smallest timber vase and we're going to do the exact same thing using our beautiful sedum. This is one of my favorite fall flowers. I love that it has the vibrant green as well as having the little hint of the pink reddish tips to it. Great for the fall color scheme that we're working with for October. And as you can see, when I'm inserting these stems, I'm keeping in mind the height of the other vases and how we place the flowers at different heights. We're just going to make sure we have enough difference in our flower heads to our base so we have that phoenix thrust that we're going for in the end. Next, we're going to work with some aspidistra leaves. It's one of my favorite foliages. We're simply going to take the stem, flip it to about 2.5 to 3 inches. We're going to fold the leaf back in, and we're going to pierce it with its own stem. So you simply get what we call a rolled aspidistra leaf. What we're going to do is place this around the base of our phoenix design. We're going to do this in a repetitive motion all the way around the container to cover up our wet foam. And you can do it in different directions. You can have it all where your tails go out, or you can fold them back in and pierce them back into each other. So we're simply going to continue to fold and pierce. And you can take the end, bring it back up, and pierce it with your next stem if you'd like as well. You do this a lot in place of just packing things out with typical greens. You can also moss the base of this if you want to, but for this artistic creation that we're making today, this will enhance our end design once we work in some other flowers. Now that we got all of our rolled aspidistra leaves in place, we're simply going to add in the accent of these beautiful poppy pods and these very textural scabiosa pods. One of my favorites for sure. We're just going to alternate between these two, and we're simply just going to tuck them down deep into our oasis just to add a little bit of a different texture into the base of our arrangement. I always love to add the unexpected little element that gives people something to talk about. Add one more scabiosa to this one. You can just kind of sprinkle the Mayesh Awesome Blossom love all the way around the base of all three of these pieces. Just going to tuck this one right here. Come around, do another one on the other side. Couple on the back. These poppy pods are so hardy. They last such a long time. Couple little scabiosa pods. A few more right here on the front. And now we'll add just a few to our large sunflower piece as well. Now that we've got our three arrangements completely finished, we're going to talk about how we're going to accent them once we get them into the park. These beautiful mini callas is what they call them. These are very, very tall Awesome Blossom mini callas. We're going to let them curl. And of course you can leave them room temperature, and you can massage the stem just a little bit. If you want them to curl a little bit more than that, you can definitely take your knife, get right into the peeling, pull back a little bit of the stem, and that is going to be able to make it a lot more limber to be able to manipulate how you want to. Once we insert this into our oasis with a little cowie pick, we're going to take a little bit of U glue, add it to the end, and connect our three pieces together. Watch